What do you say, everybody? Hello and welcome back to Thomas More Stadium. It's now time for Margaritaville night. Game 2 of this makeshift doubleheader from Florence. They dropped Game 1, hoping to come back here for Game 2. Casey Bargo on the mound against the left-handed pitcher Dylan Zenko for the Otters. Tough 10-7 loss in Game 1. Good thing is you had 45 minutes. You get to flush it behind you for a brand new slate and a 7-inning doubleheader here at Thomas More Stadium. You're listening to Frontier League Baseball on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Radio Network. Rory Tettemer alongside Ben Hauer. Excited to be back here for such a great night in Margaritaville night. The fans have finally filled this stadium as we are excited to see the Florence faithful back out there. And they saw the tail end of what was a tough loss, man.
They did. A loss that included some guys left on base in the last couple of innings. Florence left the bases loaded at both the 8th and the 9th. But, yeah, like you said, flush it. Casey Bargo on the mound. You do have a little bit of an advantage. You saved your starter because Westcott was such a bulldog. Could start yesterday and then again in the resumption today. So you have a starter going to this game. Evansville threw their starter in the first game that was planned to go today. So this is more of a bullpen game for them. Zenko can give them some innings, but Florence got a little bit to their bullpen towards the end of Game 1. So that's where you find the advantage if you're the O's.
Yeah, and even then, still, though, the bullpen for the Otters should actually be fairly rested. Florence didn't make them work much, and, it was just short appearances and a little bit more bullpen pieces used by Evansville, but short appearances, 2/3 of an inning, a third of an inning, 2/3 of an inning, and an inning pitched. Florence, on the other hand, threw an inning and 2/3, inning and a third, an inning and an inning. So the Yalls may be downside of their bullpen. They still have McAvoy eligible, but you would hope for a quality start from Casey Bargo if he can go 5, 6, and we've seen him go 7 as well this season. Florence will head out to the field. Let's take a look at their offense. Tyler Schoenfeld will lead things off in center field. Batting second, the second baseman, Brett Blomquist. In the 3 slot, the first baseman, Hank Zeisler. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, Brendan Bobo. In the 5 slot, the designated hitter, Zade Richardson. Batting 6th, the third baseman, Garrett Broussard. Batting 7th, the left fielder, Marcus Brodell. In the 8th slot, the shortstop, Dylan Baker. And rounding it out, doing the catching, will be Zach Beadle. Beadle's first game in quite some time. Kyle Harbison finally gets a day on the bench. On the flip side, for Evansville, going with a fairly similar lineup. Leading things off will be the center fielder, John Ponder. Batting second, the second baseman, Amani Jones. In the 3 slot, the designated hitter, LJ Castillo. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Blake Robertson. In the 5 slot, the third baseman, Marcos Gonzalez. Batting 6th, the right fielder, Sam Linscott. Into the lineup, the catcher, Mark Black. Batting 8th, the left fielder, J.J. Cruz, and rounding out will be the shortstop, T.J. Salvaggio. J.J. Cruz, Mark Black, notorious Florence Yalls killers. We see them in the 7-8 spot for the Evansville Otters. The Yalls heading out to the field in their very nice Margaritaville jerseys. Florence is ready for the national anthem, and we're ready for Game 2 of the 3-game series between the Yalls and the Otters. We'll pause on the 5th U.S. Brewing pregame show as we take a listen to our national anthem. Lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem. We're ready for first pitch here at Thomas More Stadium. Margaritaville night for the Yalls against the Evansville Otters, hoping to rebound after a Game 1 loss to Evansville, 10-7 the final in Game 1. Now Casey Bargo on the mound for Florence. The Yalls donning their Margaritaville jerseys, which are navy and very nice. I don't know if we can get a booth cam up here, but we do have one of the jerseys showing up in the broadcast booth right now. Very nice jerseys, very Margaritaville-esque with some palm trees, navy blue, and orange accent. If at any point we could show the commentary cam. Maybe not. There we go. There's the commentary cam that we're looking for. Got the very nice Margaritaville Yalls jerseys here. That's what everyone out there wearing with white pants, and the Evansville Otters will move to their road grays, all gray jerseys for the Otters. But still, these will be available for auction. A few left at the team store, but if you want to come on out to Thomas More Stadium, get yourself one of these Margaritaville jerseys. They are looking very nice. And always a good crowd here for Margaritaville night. It is one of our bluegrass blowouts, and it's good to see some Florence Yalls back in the stands after an empty Game 1.
Certainly an empty Game 1, but this is the game that everyone was excited for. Margaritaville, one of the best nights of the year, always for Florence. So excited about this one. Really hoping for a doubleheader split after the loss today.
Yeah, no, there's a lot you could say about that other game. Timely missed opportunities there from Florence on the offense. Gave up far too many home runs, 5 home runs for the pitching staff. They're probably not going to win a game when you give up 5 home runs, but either way, Florence was in it and had the opportunities there at the end that they could not come across. Let's try and bring it all together for a solid Game 2. 7 innings of baseball starting now. Casey Bargo on the mound for the Yalls. He's had 3 starts so far, 1 incredible start. That's his 1 win, 1-0 record, and a 6.28 ERA as a starter for Florence. First pitch to John Ponder, in there for a strike at 93, top of the zone. That's how Bargo had success. 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 10 Ks against Gateway. He started off pitchers with a lot of first pitch strengths. His last time out, 3 1/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned. Bargo slips and doesn't deliver it there.
Well, that's when you're happy there's nobody on base.
Is that an automatic ball? Does that just not count?
It just doesn't count.
How about that?
Well, now he'll get a pitch clock violation, though, because of it. So they're not going to let him reset.
Okay, so 1-1 the count. That is, I have not seen that.
Slips on the mound, would be a balk, nobody on base.
1-1 in there for a strike, 1-2.
But
how about that? Maybe you should start just pump faking a little bit more if you have the full 15 seconds. Get back into it, go through a windup. Not a bad idea. It'd be like slow pitch softball when those 40-year-olds just keep trying to flip the ball around. Swing and a miss, bottom of the zone. Technically a 3-pitch strikeout. First K of the day for Casey Bargo.
He'll take it, but that is shades. I mean, back to that Johnny Cueto, where he dropped the ball. That would have been a balk against the Pirates, where they were chanting the Cueto. Infamous moment for Reds fans. There was nobody on base. It was just the sheer, like, I'm in your head moment.
Yeah.
Even if there's nobody on base, balks that aren't technically balks can mess with your head.
One away with the bases empty. Amani Jones digs in. Taking a look at the defense for the Yalls. Marcus Brodell enters into left field. Tyler Schoenfeld in center. Bobo in right. In the infield, same as we saw last game. Broussard at third. Baker at short. Blomquist at second. Zeisler at first. And then instead it'll be Zach Beadle doing the catching. 1-1 counts. The first ball thrown from Casey Bargo. 6'8", 230 pounds. Bargo just the 1 start against New Jersey here at Thomas More Stadium. His other 2 starts have both been on the road. Check swing. In there for a strike. Florence backed him up with a big game. His first time out, 17-12 win over the Jackals. And the next time out, gave him 15 runs of support in that win over Gateway. Just 4 runs his last time out. Ground ball left side. That'll drop in 4 extra bases going all the way to the corner. Brodell will see it hit the wall. On the way to second is Amani Jones for a 1-out double. That one just squeaks in fair territory. 93 inside out. And I'll bring up LJ Castillo, runner in scoring position and 1 away.
Yeah, hard hit the opposite way. Some of the issues that Bargo's had have been the hard contact.
Yeah, overall for Florence as a starter, 14 in the third innings pitch, 15 hits, 12 runs, 10 of them earned, 9 walks, and 15 Ks. He's allowed 2 home runs, both of those actually in his masterpiece. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 of those home runs. Off speed, misses inside.
And I think that's a number you're going to take. I mean, solo home runs are not always the end of the world. But Evansville, when they hit 5 of them, only 1 of those was a solo shot earlier today. Actually, that's 2.
1-0 misses outside.
But yet, the grand slam and 2 two-run home runs, that's the more that does the damage.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot. And again, Florence threw pretty much their best against them. Yeah. Those home runs were Hopewell, Darden, and 2 on Whitesell. The grand slam led up by Westcott. 2-0. Ground ball, high hopper over towards Broussard. Looks the runner back at second. Throw across the diamond is in time for out number 2.
Nicely done by Broussard, especially that looking back to the second part. Really calm under pressure.
5-3 on the put away. Taking a look at it. Yep. Really good calmness there, and a look back at second immediately. Kept Amani Jones over.
I like these jerseys a lot, Roar.
Blake Robertson. First pitch to him. Misses inside. Yeah, big time shift here for the Yalls. Going to send Blomquist deep into the hole over at right. Hank Zeisler way down the line, playing back. Then they'll shade Dylan Baker up the middle. 1-0. Misses downstairs on the off speed. And there's MVP Joe Shadler. Headed out to, looks like give Casey Bargo what I believe is a rosin bag. Crucial piece. Any pitching rhythm.
You love your rosin bag.
I love some. I can start grabbing some for the broadcast booth. Roar's going to rosin up here. 2-0 runner on second. 2 away in the opening frame. Swing and a miss. Big cut, no contact, bottom of the zone. A good crowd on hand. I know they were projecting about 2,400. That was hoping that the rain stayed away. Looks like it has so far. Two one misses out. 3-1 the count.
I always love looking down to see what kind of jerseys people have and some of the best ones. We got a Mariners blue Ichiro down the right side.
Wow. Got some old Margaritaville jerseys. My first year they had sleeveless ones. Those were great.
Ones are cool.
Yeah. Last year the ones were modeled after, a Hawaiian shirt. 3-1 pitch misses inside. A 5-pitch walk to Robertson. 5 walks in Bargo's first start, just 1 in his great game against Gateway, and then 3 his last time out. That's his first walk issued today. Runners first and second, 2 outs. Now Marcos Gonzalez will dig in. Sergeant Bill Go III said, "Go Yalls, a new start, new game." Absolutely. Hoping a rebound after a tough loss, and it's always good to do so when your next game's in 45 minutes. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 count to Gonzalez. Ooh, nice slider, missing just a hair outside.
It's a really good pitch. If he could start to land that on that outer part.
It'd be good things for Florence if he is. Big lead for Amani Jones at second. 1-1. This is downstairs. 92 miles per hour there on a low fastball from Bargo. Florence had a quick leash on him his last time out against Joliet, just 3 1/3. 2-1, fouls it away.
It was a short leash, but, I mean, there were some struggles in that game for him. We talked about, with this being a 7-inning game, if he does have those same struggles, you could see an earlier move. Logan Jones is one that I think would be used out of the bullpen in a close game.
I agree. 2-2. Fouls it away. Florence has got to start to find a way to include McAvoy even in a non-save situation. Right. Being one of your best relievers, that's always a tough proposition. That one's skied up, shallow right field. Brendan Bobo trying to find it in the white sky, makes the grab. 2 end the inning. Runners first and second. A hit and a walk from Bargo. Otherwise, a scoreless inning. Heading to the bottom of the first, Florence gets their first crack when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom half of the first inning always brought to you by Heritage Bank. At Heritage Bank, we believe your money will work as hard as you do. Proudly local, fiercely dependable, that's the Heritage difference. Visit heritagebank.com or stop by a branch near you today. The left-handed pitcher, Dylan Zenko, on the mound for the Evansville Otters. Zenko, a long reliever for Evansville, was not the traditional starter for today. That was Garrett Simpson, who pitched in Game 1. Zenko gets the call for Game 2 and trying to provide as much relief as he can for Evansville. Florence will send the first three of Tyler Schoenfeld, Brett Blomquist, and Hank Zeisler. Jackson Tucker gets a spot on the bench here for Game 2. How about this new PA guy? I mean, this is a booming voice. Certainly. Sure. Schoenfeld with a home run, 2-hit game yesterday, or Game 1.
With the decision to put Brodell in the lineup, keep Schoenfeld in, a couple of lefties, 3 lefties in the outfield. It comes against a lefty starter. I think it tells me that Toby Hall is not expecting Zenko to go too deep into this game.
Yeah. Off speed in there for a strike. Yeah, so you're going 4 lefties here against the left-handed pitcher in Zenko. Enters today with 10 1/3 innings pitched, 11 Ks, and a 2.38 ERA. Sorry, a 2.61 ERA. 1-1 the count.
And you're keeping Tucker on the bench too, who's is a righty and hasn't had the best numbers against lefties so far this year, but it's limited sample size.
Yeah. No, we spoke of it. Last game, Schoenfeld, Bobo, too, that have struggled, and Brodell, actually, all 3 have struggled against lefties this season. Schoenfeld in a favorable count here. Here's the 2-1. In there for strike 2-2. Off speed in there at 86. I think it's a great sign there for Shaney Felt. You know, and I think having a little bit of a chip on your shoulder might also be a good thing if you're Shaney Felt competing now for a spot that, you know, has been his the entire season.
We've alluded to it. It's almost like going forward, for the time being at least. I don't know if there's a starting lineup. I think it's just a rotation.
2-2 swing and a miss down on strikes, blown away by 87 there.
Like, I think outside of the catcher position, and even that is going to be an almost even split. It's just going to be a rotation to get guys in. It's not going to be like, all right, we have a starting lineup. We're going to use that 3 times this series.
It's Brett Blomquist. Entered today with a .351 average. That one misses upstairs. 1-0 the count. So again, Florence drops game 1 by a final score 10-7. Quickly turning to game 2 here in an untraditional doubleheader. That one's in there for a strike 1-1. Zenko just 10 innings on the season. Long relief for the Otters. Blomquist a 1-for-3 game with an RBI and a walk in game 1. 1-1. Pops it up out towards shallow left field. The shortstop Salvaggio going out. Cruz coming in with the call. He makes the grab for out number 2.
Just got under it a little bit.
Here's the captain, Hank Zeisler. 2-for-4 line, 3 RBIs, had a 3-run homer. His 7th of the season. Now 43 RBIs on the season, hitting .377. Entering this game, lefty-lefty battle. Zenko trying to go 1-2-3. That one misses outside. Again, it was a tough spot to say, hey, maybe the offense was the problem last game. They had 14 hits. They out-hit Evansville.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you can't expect everything from them.
We've become a little numb just with how great the offense has been and how much pitching struggled. I mean, you gave up 10 runs.
Yep, and the 5 home runs certainly more so the case. Pretty good crowd here for Margaritaville.
Can't believe I didn't wear my Hawaiian shirt today. I was thinking about it earlier this week, too.
2-0 misses inside. Well, you know, what was going through my head is it's like, man, you know, I have my Hawaiian shirt from Margaritaville last year, but I'm also going to stay professional on the broadcast. We have some TikTok reviewer coming up, David Rev Ciancio, coming up in the 6th inning. 3-0 misses upstairs.
Continue to see the progression of Bobo against lefties. Only .217 on the year.
Big swing and a miss there.
One of his team leading 9 home runs against the lefty, too.
Hank Zeisler with the walk. Runner on first and 2 away. 0-1. Ground ball right side. Diving stop from Robertson. Brendan Bobo robbed once again. His last 2 outs have been a diving play and a line drive double play. Florence heads to the top of the 2nd. Scoreless at Thomas More Stadium when we return to the Frontier League Network powered by HDN. Top half of the second inning always brings us our umpire intro, brought to you by Pella Window and Door. Looking for a clearer view of every call? Trust Pella Window and Door to bring you replay-worthy clarity and craftsmanship you can count on. Pella Window and Door, so good, even the ump won't miss a thing. Our umpire crew today, we'll see Will Noweski behind home plate, down the first baseline, Akira Gok, and down the third baseline, Miguel Rivera Cruz, the crew chief. Same crew we've seen last few times out there. Casey Bargo back out for a second inning of work, scoreless in the top of the second. Margaritaville night. Bargo a walk and a double in the first. That one's in there for a strike. Also picked up a strike out of John Ponder. Lynn Scott, Black, and Cruz, 6, 7, 8 due up for the Otters. Evansville now 11 games over 500. Florence just 3. Evansville dominating them in the standings. Florence way behind. The Y'alls will hope for a second half slip from Evansville, or otherwise they're just chasing that second wild card. 1-1 punched out towards right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Inside out. Some weak contact there against Bargo. Leadoff single for Sam Linscott.
Yeah, it's Washington and Evansville or you can make an argument. I mean, Quebec's doing what Quebec's doing. You can make an argument Washington and Evansville could be the two best teams in the league. Definitely two of the best three.
Yeah.
Which happen to be in your division.
Completely agree, and it's not going to get any easier for Florence. They'll head to Windy City after this to face the red-hot Windy City Thunderbolts. Big swing and a miss there. So the Y'alls need to get as many wins as they can here before some supposed reinforcements for the second half. Usually after that MLB draft, that's what everyone waits for. 0-1, that one's bunted down the third base line. Diving play from Broussard, a foul ball.
Really good attempt. Broussard lays out for it. He'll be frustrated with himself, but it's a nice try.
Oh, 0-2 the count. Nobody out. Runner on first.
Hear the "We Want Beer" chant for Mark Black as the beer batter today.
Always brought to you by Party Source, your one-stop destination for all things celebration. Another one sawed off, and a diving grab or a leaping grab from Dylan Baker. Throwback onto first is offline, but what a play from Baker, using the full extension up in the air.
How many close ones have we seen from Baker this year where he just can't quite get it? Finally has his spectacular play moment. That is twisting your body.
That is really good.
Solid base running there for Linscott. Not be too far off the back.
Yeah, and had some time to get back.
Yeah.
You know, as a loop, able to read that off the bat. Fastball misses outside. One away runner on first. J.J. Cruz will dig in. I mentioned J.J. Cruz always seems to do very well against Florence. He's one of those guys that put up some good series, even if he's not, you know, in that mainstay roster for Evansville. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. One-0. Ooh, misses just a hair outside. 2-0 the count. Two fouled away, 2-1. Are you a big Jimmy Buffett fan?
I am. I don't know a ton of Jimmy Buffett.
Cheeseburger in Paradise?
Cheeseburger in Paradise is great. I think he has a song called Margaritaville.
Something about Margaritaville. 2-1. Skies it out towards center field. Schoenfeld comes in, now working towards his right. Makes the grab for out number 2.
But I love the Margaritaville and Jimmy Buffett vibes, though. Beach
Certainly.
vibes. I mean, who doesn't love cheeseburgers in Paris?
Yes. I'm a big fan of Tommy Bahama. I mean, a big fan of
Tommy Bahama's great.
Wearing any sort of, short sleeve with palm trees on, any sort of shirt like that. 5 o'clock somewhere. Some would say you like to drink 5 o'clock somewhere.
When 5 o'clock hits, it's usually a good time. I don't know.
Usually. TJ Salvaggio, home run last game. Off-speed misses upstairs. I've mentioned that untraditional bottom of the order for the Evansville Otters. Salvaggio, definitely a talented hitter. Has some pop, as he saw last game. 1-0. In there for a strike, bottom of the zone. One and 1 the count. Bargo. Blomquist shaded a little bit up the middle. 1-1. Check swing definitely goes all the way around 1 and 2. Already a strikeout on the day for Bargo, trying to go his first time through the order. Keep it scoreless here, Thomas More Stadium. 2 hits for Evansville.
Well, you learned the hard way. Salvaggio is not your typical 9-hole guy. Numbers show it too.
From the stretch, the 1-2 hard hit up the middle and through for a base hit. Just left that off speed over the plate a little too much.
Almost came back and hit him.
Runners first and second and 2 away, back to the top of the order for John Ponder. Sergeant Bilko III said we will be at Thomas More at the end of August for that homestand. It'll be too late for Margaritaville Day, but I will bring my Hawaiian shirt anyway. Well, that's good to know.
We could make it Sergeant Bilko Margaritaville.
We'll make it Sergeant Bilko III Day.
Yep.
Do you know that's a character?
I'd assume it was.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it's from.
Played by Phil Silvers.
What's it from?
Way back then. I don't even know the name of the show. But I know that Phil Silvers, one of my favorite actors from back then.
That's why we have the internet.
That's why I Google. I wasn't around for it.
Well, this here says Sergeant Bilko was a film from 1966.
1-0, one hopper over towards Dylan Baker. Goes the easy way to second to end the inning. A fielder's choice, 6-4. Will end things for Bargo. Scoreless through an inning and a half. We head to the bottom of the second. Florence gets a crack when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom half of the second inning always brings us our Thomas More scoreboard. Always a scoreboard partner, Thomas More University. There, you're able to take your life and your career as far as you want it to go. Apply or donate today at thomasmore.edu. St. Richardson will lead things off for the Yalls. Richardson, Broussard, Brodell for Florence. No hits yet against the left-hander. That one's skied foul and out of play. Richardson entered today with a .371 average. 0-1, big swing and a miss. Oh, 2 the count. The base is empty, nobody out. Bottom half of the second. Scoreless ball game on our Thomas More scoreboard. That one's skied down the right field line. Shallow right field. Out goes Linscott and the first baseman. It drops in fair territory. Richardson will stay put at first. But a leadoff single for Zane Richardson. It's the way the baseball gods work. Richardson able to squeak through 79 off the bat. And he's had some harder ones. And ended up getting caught, including being robbed for a home run in Gateway. Brings up Garrett Broussard at a 3-hit game in game 1 today. Sergeant Bilko III said the Phil Silver Show, originally titled You'll Never Get Rich, commonly known as Sergeant Bilko, critically acclaimed American sitcom that aired 1955 to 1959. He said, before my time, but he caught the reruns in the late 70s and early 80s. 0-1 misses upstairs. One. Bounces in the dirt. 2-1. Nobody out, runner on first. Margaritaville night. The Yalls trying to strike first. Two-one. As Broussard skies one out towards left field. Cruz starts to come in on it. Has room. Makes the grab for out number 1. Don't look good off the bat. Ends up just a fly ball. Got to bring up Marcus Brodell for his first plate appearance today. He did enter as a pinch runner in the bottom of the 9th in game 1. Richardson still over at first with a 3-step lead. First pitch to Brodell, and off speed in there for a strike at 78. Long hold here. 0-1. Brodell fouls it away. We mentioned Brodell maybe struggles against lefties, among the other 3 of the 4 lefties in the lineup today. Yeah. Florence needs to get some long innings against Zenko. A hit and a walk so far, and they're only base runners. Long hold again from the stretch, 0-2. That one's hard hit into right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Richardson is going to try and go to third. The throw comes in late. A little hesitation, but he's in there without even a throw.
That was one Richardson should have been going anyway, but got him on the quarters, did the same with 1 out.
Brodell hit that on the screws as well.
Boy, has he been looking just better and better as the games have gone on this season.
105 there for Brodell. And now already a meeting on the mound with nobody throwing in the bullpen for Evansville.
We saw him play very aggressive righty-lefty in the first game of this doubleheader.
Can you say they're playing aggressive righty-lefty right now? Technically just throwing a lefty against 4 lefties.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's the reason that
yeah.
they threw the lefty, so it's... There's some stretching in the bull pit.
Yeah, again, nobody throwing, so just trying to calm down Zenko. Maybe figure out a game plan for Dylan Baker. He had a 2-hit game in game 1. Runners at the corners. 1 away. First pitch to Baker, fouls it away.
You may think, you get him on the corners, but you get to the 8 and 9 spot. These guys have done damage.
Yeah.
Spots of the lineup for Florence.
Oh, 1. Swing and a miss out in front of the off speed at 78. Baker's going to call time. Also going to get one of our bat boys to give some foul balls to the umpire. Look at that, the cream jersey with the gray pants for the youngster.
I like that. You're not going to see that combo a whole lot.
No, you will not. That's what it would look like if it wore the creams on the road. 0-2, bounces in the dirt, 1-2 the count.
God, wearing any brand of white on the road is just a crime, though, in baseball. So it's normal now in every other sport. It's always been normal in football. But now basketball's doing a lot of it just because the home team likes to wear colored jerseys.
From the stretch, 1-2 pitch. Baker watches another off-speed downstairs. Good eye there from Baker. Runner takes off at first. That one's skying out towards left field. Cruz goes back, and now he has to come in. An RBI single for Dylan Baker. Might have been a little bit of a designed hit and run there with Brodell. Does a job. Cruz was going all the way back instead of coming in. Florence, either way, strikes first. They're on top 1-0. Dylan Baker does a job with an RBI single.
I'll tell you what, I think Cruz fooled a lot of people out in left field by the way he was going back, but it was just to make sure he had enough time and room to play it off of one hop.
That'll bring up Zach Beadle. His first at-bat in a long time.
Yeah.
Wasn't an injury that put him on the IL. In fact, none of his injuries have put him on the IL. But Florence still opted to be cautious about Beadle and sat him for a few games. Big swing and a miss there. Enters with a .258 average. 8 RBIs on the season. He's got runners first and second.
Well, he's someone, too. He hasn't had an at-bat here at home in a very long time. That stretch where Harbison was just catching every day led into the 12-game road stretch.
0-1 misses outside. Yeah, it certainly has been a lot of innings for Harbison. One the count, 1 away. Runners first and second. Brodell on second. Baker on first. The Yells on top, 1-0. That one connects at the top of the zone on the off speed at 78. Right there. Two and one. It's a pop arrow flyover. 2-1 pitch. Bounces in the dirt. Swallowed up by Black behind home plate. Two and two the count.
Look back at second. Kick the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside. Now it's full.
It's a good eye from Beetle. It's always tough when you're dealing with injury and you're not playing a ton and your appearances are kind of coming here and there. It's always tough to find a rhythm at the plate, especially when you're always going to be compared to the guys that are just raking in the lineup right now.
Certainly. Payoff. Beetle skies one out towards left center field. Cruz working in the gap, trying to find it. Makes the grab for out number 2. No movement from Brodell, just trying to draw a throw. Saw a high fly ball, was hoping for Beetle's first home run of the season. Circle back to the top of the order for Tyler Schoenfeld.
Here's where you're at, like that lefty-lefty matchup, too, if you're Evansville and Zedco. Schoenfeld can really make this thing interesting for Evansville.
Two away, first and second. Y'all's on top, 1-0, looking for more. Off speed misses outside. Schoenfeld struck out his last time. Still nobody throwing in the Evansville bullpen. Brodell with a big lead over at second. 1-0, missing inside. 2-0 the count to Schoenfeld. Stretch again, glove of the belt. 2-0. Fastball connects outer half.
Black's going to go out and maybe change the signs a little bit.
Maybe got crossed up. Usually when the umpire goes out and walks with the catcher, it is just something about the signs. And you have to be careful with what you say, because it might end up against you. Look at second. 2-1 to Schoenfeld. Shows bunt, pulls back. It's in there for a strike on the outer half. 86. Schoenfeld tried to sneak one in. First baseman is playing way back.
He is. We've seen Schoenfeld with a couple of really nice bunts this year.
Oh, no doubt about that. Kick the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, high and inside. Schoenfeld saw that one coming in. Might have looked like a beach ball. Ends up with his second strikeout of the game. Florence gets a run from an RBI single from Dylan Baker. With a 1-0 lead, we head to the top of the third. It's time for Tettemer Trivia. When we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Top half of the third inning always brought to you by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference with Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. Casey Bargo out for his third inning of work. Jones, Castillo, Robertson, 2-3-4 due up for the Otters. Bargo working with a 1-0 lead. Also got our call for the lights, always brought to you by Class Jewelers. Our diamond is shining bright thanks to our friends at Class Jewelers. Head on over to 7365 Burlington Pike, Florence for all your jewelry needs. Call them today at 859-525-7500. First pitch to the lefty, Jones. Misses outside, 90 miles per hour. Jones with a double his last time up. Top half of the third always brings us our Tettemer trivia. The way it works, I read a question top half of the third, give you guys the answer in the bottom half. You have the opportunity to play along. Head on over to Twitter. It's rtettemer9 or Florence_y'alls. Question is live, and you can comment your guess in the comment section. That one's popped up and out of play. One and one the count. Mad dash for that foul ball on the dugout. Couple of kids. Oh, and a spill of the Lee's famous recipe chicken.
No.
Oh, tragedy on the Thomas More dugout.
Now we need a home team bullpen Lee's famous recipe chicken change.
1-1 misses inside. Are you ready for Tettemer trivia question number 2?
I'm not going 0 for 2 today, that's for sure.
Not going 0 for 2, you're determined.
Yes.
How about that? A 2-1 count. Well, I told you I had 2 good ones today. Here's another great one. For Tettemer trivia, always brought to you by the Roar Agency. 2-1 off-speed misses upstairs. Question of the day. Who is the only player to record 30 homers, 20 triples, and 40 stolen bases in a single season in Major League Baseball history? 30 homers, 20 triples, 40 swiped bags. That one skied into center field. Schoenfeld comes in on it, but bounces in front of him for a leadoff single. My hints, think National League.
No time period.
I'd say your time. So from your time on, I'll say. I wish I could edit my tweet for everyone to get that hint.
Well, it's just an extra bonus if you're actually listening to the broadcast.
Yes. It's no one old school. It's someone, from this modern era, 2000s on.
Well, triples, your mind always goes to Corbin Carroll. I mean, just always.
That one misses upstairs.
And if not Corbin Carroll, just playing in Arizona. 20 triples is a lot of triples.
20 is a lot in any season, let alone in the same season where you have 30 home runs, 40 swipe bags.
See, I don't know if Corbin ever had 40 steals.
One-0 misses inside.
Could this be a sneaky like Altuve? I've learned not to guess Corey Seager when it comes to stolen bases. I don't think he has 40 stolen bases in his career. Learned that the hard way.
3-0 count to Castillo. Bargo going to try and come back, or else it'll be first and second and no outs. That one's in there for a strike at 91.
I've been trying to find Jimmy Buffett puns for the call of this game, but some names are so obscure that it's like hard to work it in.
Now some work being done on the mound by the third base umpire. It's Miguel Rivera Cruz. Trying to pad down that right side of the turf. Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Three-one, broken bat over towards the shortstop. Baker tossed to second, one. Relay over to first, picked up by Zeisler For out number 2, a double play, bang play over there at second. Miguel Rivera-Cruz gives it to the Y'alls, and a 6-4-3 double play. Take another look here on HTN. The runner was off at first, so he got a head start.
I mean, this is about as tailor-made as it gets. The fact that you're still able to get him out at second.
Good call,
when
too.
He's taken off. He almost always limited a double play that way, but.
That one was dug up by Hank Zeisler. Head on over to Can You Dig It in Erlanger. Can You Dig It RC? Book online with them today at CanYouDigItRC.com. 4x4 rock crawling fun. Two and 0 the count with the bases empty and 2 away. 6-4-3 double play. Swing and a miss. I didn't know if Baker would go to second because the runner, had that much of a head start.
My first thought is just, all right, just make the sure out, mature play, go to first base.
Two one. Missing downstairs.
Nothing good on Safari either for the Jimmy Buffett puns.
Line drive into center field for a 2-out single for Blake Robertson, his second time on base today.
Tettemer trivia, though, I mean, Altuve is going to be, I think, the leader in the clubhouse for me.
Altuve is the leader of the clubhouse.
I think Houston's a triple-friendly ballpark. I could be wrong.
Now, I did say National League. You saying he got it while he was with the Astros in the National League? Which I think he was.
He was definitely, okay, I know for a fact that he was with the Astros before, like, the rebrand when they were, like, red. But I don't know if that was the exact same time they went over to the AL. Thank you for
1-0, skied into center field. Shaney Felt makes the grab to end the inning. What a track down there from Shaney Felt. As Bargo strands a runner at first. Some timely defensive plays there for Florence. They carry a 1-0 lead into the bottom half of the third. When we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Bottom half of the third inning. Florence on top of the Otters, 1-0. Still that lefty Dylan Zenko out on the mound for the Otters. Nobody warming up in the bullpen yet. Faced a little bit of trouble, had the bases loaded at one point. Stranded runners first and second. Picked up his second strikeout, both of them of Tyler Schoenfeld. 2-3-4 due up for the Y'alls, Blomquist, Zeisler, and Bobo. Still playing Tettemer trivia in the inning. Question was, who is the only player to record 30 homers, 20 triples, and 40 stolen bases in a single season of Major League Baseball history? question is live on Twitter. You can go comment your guess in the comment section. I'll shout you out here on the broadcast.
You saved me. You did remind me it was NL, so it's probably not Jose Altuve.
The unfortunate
My
part,
other really good guess was also an AL guy, and it kills me because I wanted to guess Jose Altuve.
the unfortunate part is now you got to recoup. You got an out to play with here. Just to think of something fast in the NL.
Corbin Carroll was the first thing that came to my mind, but I feel like it just would be more of a storyline, and the 30 stolen bases, or 40 stolen bases
40,
is
yeah.
where you said it's my time. I keep thinking like guys that are playing right now. I guess could that mean like
I said
when
2000
we were
to
kids?
2026. I'm just giving my timeline essentially. Blomquist, first pitch, he skies it out towards left field. Cruz, warning track the wall, so long. Ambush, home run. Brett Blomquist, a solo blast in the third. Florence on top 2-0. That one got out in a hurry. 102 off the bat, 381 on the distance.
How about that? Brett Blomquist is now tied for the team lead in home runs with 9. He has just mashed and mashed all year long for Florence. Just a special season so far for him. Starting to get the number of at-bats that put him in the qualified category.
That one's always brought to you by Sports of All Sorts. Zeisler skies one out towards left field. Cruz getting a lot of work, trying to find it, regroups and makes the grab
I got to give you an answer.
for out number 1.
It's Justin Upton. I don't think Justin Upton ever had 30 home runs in his life, but
That's funny. All right, Justin Upton. I think Brendan Bowood's got hit by the bat from the bat boy. He's up at the plate now. So you say Justin Upton. Jacob Brown said Ronald Acuna Jr. Tyler Douglas said Corbin Carroll. Rich Tettemer said Jimmy Rollins. Let's go on to Twitter. Alex Gruberman said TC Popcorn. That one misses outside.
are we ever going to get one where the answer is TC Popcorn?
Joel Hall. I think first-time player Joel Hall says Jimmy Rollins, but sounds like something Ricky Henderson would have done. 1-0 count to the lefty Brendan Bobo. That one misses upstairs. Jose Reyes, the guess from Cam Beatty. Let's go on over to our YouTube live chat. 1-0 in there for strike 1 and 1. Sergeant Bilko said right in Rory's wheelhouse. Jimmy Rollins.
I kind of want to change my guess to Jimmy Rollins.
Jimmy Rollins in 2007. That'd be his MVP season. 2 and 1. Hard hit.
So this is
Foul
gonna be
down the
Jimmy
first base
Rollins.
line. What makes you say that?
Smile on your face. That's what makes you say it.
And now 3 have guessed Jimmy Rollins. Nothing from few people. Now, you didn't get to think of it too much. And now what I really wanted to say, got an appearance from Kurt Kramer here. Thought he was coming on for the broadcast. 2-2. Misses outside on the off-speed. I didn't want to say the exact year.
Felt like that narrows things. Didn't want to say a division. Guess that really could have narrowed things. But I certainly
Didn't want to say one thing, and if I say it, I'll give it away. Payoff pitch, fouled away. Ben's just giving me a side eye here. And unfortunately, I can't give the answer until there's 2 away. Full count to Bobo. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. He's down on strikes. Route number 2. So the only player, Major League Baseball history, brings up Zane Richardson, single and a run scored. Only player in Major League Baseball history recorded 30 homers, 20 triples, and 40 stolen bases, all in the same season happened to be another historical season at that. We have a call to the bullpen here, but we'll keep talking about Tettemer trivia. It was also the only season anyone in Major League Baseball history, or one of 4 players to join MLB history on a 20-20-20-20 season. Something that doesn't happen a lot. That's 20 doubles, 20 triples, 20 homers, and 20 stolen bases. The answer, as you guys could guess, would be the MVP season of Jimmy Rollins in 2007. Jimmy Rollins hit .296 in that season. Pretty impressive season, but 30 home runs, 40 stolen bases, and 20 triples.
I think 3/4 of our question, the answer is a Philly.
No, there's no shot. It's been a while since I've used a Philly.
I know.
Congratulations to everyone that said Jimmy Rollins, but there's only one winner. That would be Rich Tettemer, who was hot on the tail. Jimmy Rollins in 2007. That one's tailor-made for Rich Tettemer. We'll head to break as we have a short appearance for this least famous, or this Hoops Hangout pitching change when we return. Back here in the bottom half of the third inning. 2-0 for Florence. Brett Blomquist with a home run. He was my pick for game 2. It's on the board. It's on the board as Richardson skies one out towards right center field. Linscott warning track to the wall. It bounces off the bottom of the wall. Richardson on his way to second. He's going to stop and head back to first. I think he thought he got all of that one. 99 off the bat, 376 on the distance.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
And it's one that Toby Hall's not going to be too happy about. I mean, Zade's one of the leaders of this team and an absolute veteran, and he knows what is tough about that, but just admiring it a little too much. It should have been a double, couldn't quite make it.
Second hit of the inning, that'll bring up Garrett Broussard, 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field. Broussard fouls one away. That home run for Blomquist now puts him in a tie for the team lead in home runs.
Yeah, that's what I
How
was
about
talking
that?
about before the break.
And now you ask yourself, can you have Brendan Bobo in the All-Star game without having Brett Blomquist?
I don't see how.
I don't know if you can.
There's a lot of guys I don't think you can have. If Brett Blomquist isn't on the All-Star team, that's one for me. The at-bats are starting to be qualified now.
100%.
He's an everyday starter these days.
His numbers are insane. 1-1. Misses upstairs. We also got the follow from Blake Blomquist today. That's big time. Two and 1 the count. That one way outside. This is Andrew Garcia looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards. Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hooves Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. Final line for Dylan Zenko will be 2 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 3 Ks. And a spot start there for the long reliever. 3-1. Broussard fouls it away. Now a full count. I've been waiting to use a Jimmy Rollins one. No one realizes how incredible that 2007 season was. He's also the last shortstop to win an MVP.
That's the crazy part.
Payoff fouls it away. Ooh, that one right over the sweet shack.
Who do you think the next is? Bobby Witt?
It's got to be. I mean, if you were saying Bobby Witt, but also, and it's more so Bobby Witt, but you have to kind of have a bad season from Aaron Judge. You have to have a season like this where he's injured right now.
Well, I think it's more the NL where it's like Shohei
is the MVP just forever. Payoff. Fouls away again. Good at bat here from Garrett Broussard. And honestly, I thought it would be a easy one for Cy Young for Skeens in the NL for the rest of time. But now, he's faltering a little bit.
If you really look at it, and they won't do this because Skeens is a popular name, but if you really look at it, Skeens is not having a top 10 season in the NL.
No. Called strike 3, dots up the outer half. And that will end the inning. Florence gets 2 hits and a home run from Brett Blomquist. They're on top 2-0 as we head to the top of the 4th. When we return, Ben Hauer on the mic. Don't go anywhere. More Florence Yells baseball on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN.
Back at the top of the 4th, Thomas More Stadium, Frontier League Network powered by HTN. The Owls and Otters, Florence looking to even up the series at 1 game apiece on Margaritaville night. Tribute to Jimmy Buffett and one of the best crowds of the season, maybe the best crowd of the season so far, on the first full game of a bluegrass blowout. Supposed to have Superhero Night last night. Lots of Hawaiian shirts and new Y'all's Margaritaville jerseys in the crowd. Casey Barr goes through 3, scoreless. He's been hit around a little bit. 5 base hits. He's given up 6 base runners in his 3 innings of work. Just the 1 strikeout at 6-7-8 for Evansville. Sam Linscott to start things off against him. 2-0 Florence lead here at the top of the 4th. This ball down the middle of the plate for a strike on Linscott. Linscott, another sort of journeyman with MLB Independent League Baseball. He played in the Pioneer League with Rocky Mountain Vibes, team no longer in existence. Spargo misses outside. Then played for the Lincoln, is it the Salt Dogs? Something like that.
Yeah, it'd be the Salt Dogs.
I was going to say Sea Dogs, but I don't think that makes a lot of sense for Lincoln, Nebraska.
The Salt Dogs? I don't know what a Salt Dog is.
Makes a little more, at least a little more sense than Sea Dogs for Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, no doubt. You're
1-1
right.
here on Linscott. This one's hit hard through the left side of the infield. Garrett Broussard tried to dive and make a play, but has no chance. Thrown back in by Brodell. A leadoff single for the second straight inning for the Otters. Here's the beer batter. Mark Black getting his first start of the series. And his second time coming to the plate. It's actually 3 straight innings for Evansville with a leadoff single, but that might get erased. 6-4-3. Baker, Blomquist, as Eisler completes it.
Tailor-made, ham and eggs.
And that's the second straight inning where they do get a single, then the 6-4-3 double play. Last one was with Jones leading off on the single and then trying to steal second. He was off for second when the ball got hit. They still had enough time to turn it. So, empty base paths, 2 outs for the 8-hitter J.J. Cruz. Cruz 0 for 1 with a fly to center. He's also getting his first start of the series. Chopper to the right side. This time it's Blomquist. Picks it up next to his ear. Throws the first for out, number 3. A conventional 1-2-3 for Casey Bargo, his best inning yet. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still scoreless for Evansville. 2-0 Florence lead on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Andrew Garcia still in the game for Evansville to face the bottom 3rd. Marcus Brodell, Dylan Baker, and Zach Beadle. Second time through the lineup. 2 runs for Florence so far. An RBI single from Baker and a solo shot from Brett Blomquist. Garcia, the first batter of the bullpen at what's a pseudo bullpen game. It's game 2 of a doubleheader for Evansville.
Garrett Simpson's supposed to start today. He went in game 1 of the doubleheader. Here's Marcus Brodell to start
Things off with the 2-run Florence lead. Takes the first pitch and lines one right into the glove of TJ Salvaggio. 1 pitch, 1 out. Solid contact for Brodell, who laced a single into right in his first at-bat. 1 gone for the man who got Florence on the board first. An RBI single in the second. Came with runners on the corners and 1 out. Fastball above the letters to Florence's 8-hitter, who is hitting .256 on the season, but at .861 OPS, and he has been hot as of late. Fastball missed inside. It's no longer tied in second place with homers on the team. Now moves him back to third. With Blomquist slipping up in 9, there's a two-way tie in first place.
Slipping up. Accidentally hit that home run.
Yep.
How dare he?
Baker would have to tie it up. That's his only option now, is to get his 9th in this game. But instead, he gets a 5-pitch walk. Runners on for Florence in all 4 innings so far. It's the first walk for Garcia today. 1 on, 1 out for Beetle. First at bat, Beetle gave a 1-2 pitch, pretty good ride at the left. With runners on first and second. Fastball misses up and out to the Florence catcher. .258. Only Florence hitter without a home run on the season. That's come with really limited sample size. He has the least amount of plate appearances on this Florence team. That's even including Milo Rushford, who now has more at-bats than Beetle. Rushford was, relative to where we are in the season now, a pretty late addition. Black will go out and have a conversation with Garcia. Counts 2-0 on Beetle. Ball upstairs. Garcia really starting to lose the zone now. A 5-pitch walk to Baker. Beetle's got a 3-0 count. Walks have been an issue this far for Garcia as he throws one behind Beetle. Back-to-back walks. This one on 4 pitches. It's the 8 and 9 hitters. And that last pitch, ball 4, was his worst so far. 32 walks at 42 and 2/3 innings pitched. High strikeout numbers, though, 58 coming into this one. Shaney Felt. Florence tries that on. Runners on first at second. Still just 1 out of the inning. And he finally gets to see a righty. First pitch outside. Went 0 for 2 against the lefty. Zenko to start. Couple of strikeouts and one back in the second. One that he really wished he had back. Kind of an awkward fastball that came up and in, and he fell to the floor, swinging out of his shoes. Missed inside. It's 2-0 in. Garcia really having a tough time. That is now 8 straight balls.
We'll take it.
Absolutely. Shady Felt with his first out-of-the-park home run in game 1 of this doubleheader. Ended up not being enough for Florence. And that is 9 straight balls. It's 3-0 on Shady Felt.
Either way, I mean, Florence has got to love to see the home run by Shady Felt. I mean, I know I do. Who would have thought Shady Felt would have 2 homers before Beetle had 1?
It's true. Again, low amount of plate appearances for Beetle. Back-to-back 4-pitch walks, 10 straight balls, and now you're getting to the point where you're pretty close to making a move here, Evansville. You would think. Started this inning with 1 pitch line out to Brodell. He's only thrown 2 strikes in this inning. It was the line out and then 1 strike to Baker. And a meeting on the mound. Garcia's working on 10 straight balls. They will make a move. Who's hang out pitching change? Third pitcher into the game for Evansville. We'll have him on the other end of the break on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN.
You're good. The static camera is just black. Yeah, it's all right. Doesn't have to be fixed right now. But I just wanted perfect.
Hooves Hangout pitching change for Evansville. Looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards? Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hooves Hangout today at 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. DeWill Almonte with the bases loaded, trailing by 2 in the bottom of the 4th. He'll face Brett Blomquist. Andrew Garcia exits after 3 straight walks, including 10 consecutive balls. Blomquist already a homer today, a solo shot back in the 3rd. 1-0 pitch almost goes to the backstop. Really good stop by Black behind the plate. And it's 2-0, make that 12 straight balls by Evansville pitching. 1 for 2 day for Blomquist. He's now tied for the team lead in homers with 9. Leads the team in grand slams already this season with 2. 2-0 again, low and outside. It's 3-0. His first grand slam came against Evansville in game 2 of a quasi doubleheader after a resumption of a game. And one of his first starts of the season, all the way back in the first week of the year. Maybe thinking red light on the 3-0 count, though. Fastball up, ball 4. That's another RBI on. Florence takes a 3-0 lead on the RBI walk. And again, a 4-pitch walk for Florence, or for Evansville, rather. 3 straight 4-pitch walks. 14 straight balls. Now you got to deal with Hank Zeisler. Homered in game 1 of this doubleheader. Bases still loaded. Now Florence up by 3. It's a 3-0 game, but Florence is actually being out-hit 6-5 right now.
Well, they were out-hit. They lost their perfect record out-hitting the opponent. They were 11-0 at home. Now they're 11-1 from that game 1 loss.
Breaking pitch at the D is called a strike. They're taking advantage of walks. Evansville has now walked 5 batters in this game. That's finally the first strike in 15 pitches. Dealt to Zeisler. Goes back outside 2-1. In this game, Zeisler's 0 for 1 with a walk. Almost disaster for Evansville as the ball gets away. I wasn't even looking up when that happened.
Was that first down east game, was that rained out on Friday?
Yep. And then we got a doubleheader on Saturday and one Sunday game.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, are we actually just 1-0 on Fridays? Is that possible? This last time against Evansville it happened.
You're saying at home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd just be that Schaumburg win. That's amazing.
No, Evansville, the Saturday game got rained out. So they're 1-1 at home on Fridays. Friday game lost. RBI walk for Hank. It is now 4-0 Florence. As Evansville still can't find the zone. But it was a Friday night loss. Saturday got 5 innings in, but it was tied, so they had to resume it. They resumed it on Sunday and then played game 3 on Sunday. Remember our first Rocket Saturday was
rainy?
Was rainy.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Now they're going to go out and have a conversation with Almonte. That's now 5 straight walks for Evansville pitching. Still just 1 out of the inning. Bases are still loaded. And it's 4-0 Y'all's lead. Well, we said that Evansville was in pretty good shape with their bullpen, but can't help yourself out without throwing any strikes. Almonte actually got a start against Florence the last time these two teams played.
My numbers still add up here. So you're saying now we're 1-2 technically on Friday games? Or are we counting that as a Saturday game today?
1-2 on Friday games.
First pitch, Bobo. I could still remember that game. That's when Florence had a late lead and lost on the Baker error.
Because I have us 3-2 on Saturdays. And we've played. Technically only should have 3 series before this one on Saturday, but we've played.
Bobo skies one to left field. Cruz sprinting over towards the foul line. He grows up to make a play.
Almost got that.
Almost had it, but he falls out of play, can't make the play. It keeps Brenda Bobo alive. Think this through.
I'm just taking a Saturday loss away on my game notes. And now I'll go. Florence is 1-6 on Fridays. 0-4 on the road on Fridays.
Should be 2-2 on Saturdays. Does that sound right? Going into this game?
I have us 3-1. Again, I just checked. My math is right.
Bobo fouls one back. I know. I'm just trying to think it for my sake now. If you count the Evansville first game of the Sunday doubleheader as a Saturday game, that's 1-0. You split with Down East. Or no, it's 3-1. Yeah.
3-1.
My
Okay.
mistake. You split with Down East, make it 2-1, and then you get the win against Schaumburg.
And I needed you to confirm that, or else we would have had homework.
I do not want that. Yeah, confirm it. I don't even care. Swing and a miss on the 0-2, and Bobo continues to struggle in this series. And a huge strikeout with the bases loaded and just 1 out. Now Zaid will try to clean things up. Had what he thought was a home run in the third. That hit off the wall, and he only got to first. Took a little time getting to first base, but he is working on a 2-hit day, and he's got the bases loaded. Takes the first pitch down the middle of the zone from Almonte for a strike. Shady Felt on third, Blomquist off a second, and Zeisler at first base. Fastball hit back up the middle, through for a base hit. This will score a couple. Schoenfeld in, Blomquist in as well as the throw is cut off. Zaid Richardson delivers again, a 2-run single. Florence leads by 6.
His third hit of the day. He stays hot at the plate. That one 100 off the bat. Really nice appearance there from Zaid Richardson.
Is there anybody whose name means consistency as much as Zayda Richardson on this season. 370 coming into the day. Still 2 on and 2 outs for Garrett. Broussard swings through the first pitch. And I think we're going to make it on his Instagram story now. Broussard's 0 for 2, a fly out to right, and a strikeout looking.
Ooh.
And he gets plunked upper body. That towards the top of the back, maybe the neck. Immediately a thumbs up over to his dugout, say, hey, no meeting needed, I'm fine. Florence bats around.
Scratch out your
maybe
scorebooks.
Walks around, I think, better terms for it. 9 come to the plate in this inning so far. Only 1 base hit. That was Zayda Richardson. 5 walks and a hit by pitch. A Bobo strikeout and a Brodell lineout are the only outs. Brodell had pretty good contact, too, on his lineout. He'll get another chance here in the 4th with a 6-0 Florence lead. Keep in mind, too, Evansville is down to their final 9 outs because of a 7-inning game, not a 9-inning game because of the doubleheader. See how long Bargo can go, too. Brodell's the Wendy's double-stack batter of the game. And he swings at the first pitch, hits it to the left. Cruz is sprinting over towards the line, and it drops it fair territory. Bounces out a ground rule double, so 2 will score.
Florence scores 2, and fans in attendance get a Wendy's double stack.
Marcus Brodell just sneaks one down the line, a perfect spot. We mentioned it's narrow in those corners. If anything was going to go foul, it's such a slim margin if it actually bounced in the turf. And that one obviously did. Right on top of that was the home plate umpire, Will Nowesky. Clear ground rule double. You're still in business 2nd and 3rd here.
I'd love to keep adding on. DeWill Almonte is really struggling on the mound right now with runners at 2nd and 3rd at 2 outs. And Dylan Baker at the plate. He was the first of 5 consecutive walks. First pitch runs outside of the Florence shortstop. 10th, actually the 11th batter to come to the plate in the home half of the 4th. A 6 spot in the inning. Wave and a miss, down 0-2. That's another 2-hit day for Brodell. Give him 22 RBIs on the year now. He's off the 0-2 pitch. He's reached both times. RBI single in the 2nd and a walk. Shortstop that's coming out of his zone a little bit. Another risky one by Almonte. Almonte's the 4th, or rather the 3rd pitcher into the game for Evansville. All 3 have struggled throwing strikes. It wasn't terrible, actually, just the 1 walk for the starter Zenko today. But he was more of an opener for a bullpen day. Both Garcia and Almonte have walked a lot of batters. Deuces are wild, 2 count, 2 outs. Baker hits one foul territory. And it's just playable by Roberts, and he chases it. It's way up into the stands. It wasn't until that double that Florence now has more hits than Evansville, and they're leading by 8. Felt similarly the opposite way in the first game. I guess baseball's got a way of evening out. 2-2. Baker just flares his bat out there, but it's right into the glove of Jones, who throws to first. Florence scores 6. They take advantage of some command issues for Evansville. Let Zayda Richardson and Marcus Brodell make the Otters pay. It's 8-0. Go to the 5th on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTM. Casey Bargo has quite the sizable advantage now. He was pitching to a 2-0 lead before this inning, and Florence puts up a 6-spot at the bottom of the fourth. They now lead by 8, and you would love to just maybe get the bullpen a night off, or a lot of guys at the bullpen a night off. Florence had to use 3 pitchers in relief earlier today, a couple of high leverage relievers in Whitesell and Darden. Actually, it was 4 pitchers. First pitch runs way inside. On the 5th inning leadoff man, TJ Salvaggio, 9-1-2. That was Whitesell, Darden, Lotus, and Hopewell. So the 4 not used are Harajli, Phelps, and then Logan Jones, who we have not seen yet here in Florence, and Aiden McAvoy, the closer. Salvaggio started off 2-0. It's been hot today. Single at his first at-bat in this game, had a 2-run home run after reaching a couple more times on a hit by pitch and an error in game 1. Bargo finds the zone 2-1. One of the tallest guys on this team, Bargo, listed at 6'5". I think in a day of so many lies on their roster and height, I think Bargo is a true. Actually, they listed him at 6'8". I was going to say. I don't know why it's 6'5" in my mind, but he is a 6'7", 6'8" guy. He would count a 2-2. Came over from Brockton a few weeks ago. Two-two pitch is punched into shallow right. A sprint for Bobo, and it'll land on the line fair. And Salvaggio is wheeling around to second. He'll get there. A little bit of a bloop double for TJ Salvaggio to start things off for the 5th. It's his 3rd hit in the 2 combined games today. Single, double, and a home run. And he has done a magnificent job sending it to the top of the lineup and setting things up. So Evansville trailing by 8. Trying to get on the board. Runner in scoring position with nobody out for John Ponder. Strike 1 upstairs. Ponder with a big swing and a miss, swinging for the fences. He's 0 for 2 with the strikeout, bouncing into a fielder's choice. Ponder, an NAIA All-American at Georgia Gwinnett. He was maybe the best player in all of NAIA. He comes into this series hitting .399. One of the best hitters in the league from a contact standpoint. Cold strike on the outside corner. Also can show the power off a little bit. 5 home runs. And he's mostly hit as a leadoff guy for most of the season. He's got 33 RBIs. He's down an 0-2 hole here. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night for John Ponder. Casey Bargo's 2nd strikeout of this game. Both of them have been thanks to Ponder. He was a tough guy to strike out. One on, one out for Amani Jones. First pitch upstairs to Jones. He's working on a 2-hit day, a single and a double. One of the veterans of this Evansville team. We got a lot of them. 4 hits from the combined 2 games so far today. Launches a breaking ball, go by low. It's 2-0. Bargo, I think, is going to ask to. I think he's asking for the towel. Or maybe, no, he's talking over some signs with Zach Beadle. Will Naleski, the home plate umpire, intently listening in. No mound meeting. And in a makeshift 7-inning game, we introduced for the first time this weekend. I'll call him by your nickname, Rory. This is your nickname, Unreliable Kurt Kramer. I never agreed to it. I never liked it. That was Rory's nickname for you, Kurt. How does that make you feel?
First off, been great to see you.
You too, Kurt.
Rory, can't believe the words I'm hearing out of Ben's mouth right now. Mr. Unreliable. I thought you were going to throw the cowboy at him.
Nope, Cowboy.
Mr. Unreliable.
Well, we retired Cowboy and put in Unreliable instead.
I'll tell you what, the way I putted today on the golf course, that sticks for this weekend. It certainly was unreliable.
Where'd you play today?
Played out at the good old Walnut Grove in Xenia, and a little member guest with the old man.
That's not very close to Florence.
No, 1 hour and 10-minute drive for me right off the tee box, but you know, I'm a grinder.
Wow.
I grind, baby.
What time was that tee time today?
8:50.
3-1, ground to the left side. It's picked up on an E by Baker. Throw to first in time. This will let Salvaggio get over to third base, 2 down, and a 5th.
We're back to business. Great to be up in the bucket for the first time this week. I missed you guys.
Missed you too.
It's good to have you. Let me give you a recap of what happened on the road for our Rip That Pack. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Didn't get anything in our Rip That Pack segments. However, we did get that big card on a separate pull, a hanger box, that out of 75 Bryce Eldridge, which is online right now on eBay.
Toby Hall going to go out to the mound and talk with his whole infield. I don't see anyone warming and haven't seen anyone warming.
Well, while we got a meeting, just special shout out to Don Trageresser out there. I know Don's listening at home. It's his favorite part of the evening.
You know, he's a Cowboys fan. We don't have to always shout him out on the broadcast.
I shout him out. I know he's out there listening. But great night at Thomas More. A couple new things going on here. We got the new bar opened.
This is a big weekend for you.
That bar is roaring.
We got the new grill open now with
How's that going?
pretty good. We got the footlongs rolling. We got Angus patties down there. We got
brats down there.
brats,
Yeah.
yausages, a hot honey
Yausages.
sausage. Oh man, it's good stuff.
Wow.
190 feet away with 2 outs and an 8-0 Florence lead. Meeting over and going after the first pitch is LG Castillo.
And Kurt, you brought us some Series 2 2026 Fat Packs.
I sure did, Rory. I was thinking of you on the way home from golf today. I said I better stop and get some fat packs for my buddy.
Lined into center, Shaney Felt, couple of back paddles back. We'll get to those fat packs in the bottom of the 5th. Bar goes through 5 scoreless. Florence an 8-0 lead as they're down to their final 6 outs in a 7-inning game on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTM. Not many times you hear the 5th inning stretch and take me out to the ballgame sung in the 5th, but that's where we are at the bottom of the 5th in a 7-inning game, and as it stands right now, I'm not sure if we'll really have a bottom of the 7th.
New pitcher in for Evansville. Anthony Tomczak will relieve DeWheel Almonte.
Tomczak's first appearance of the season. He was acquired by Evansville just this weekend. Coming over from the Seattle Mariners organization. Split time between Low A and High A, Modesto and Everett for the Mariners. Missed all of last year due to an injury, and that really set him back. Jack Beadle, 9-1-2 for Florence at the bottom of the 5th, leading by 8. We got unreliable Kurt Kramer in the box.
Ben, what do you got for our score here for Rip That Pack?
1 second, please. First pitch to Beadle is outside. I have a 7-5
lead for Roar.
Wow. That was highlighted by that last time we were here, those Topps Chrome Platinums. Now we're just roaring.
I did a little mega box rip myself 2 days ago. Pulled a rookie auto. A couple good cards out of there.
I tell you what, I think I got nothing but inserts here. But I did get Christian Encarnacion Strand. Are you a CES fan for the Reds?
Yeah, I think you know Ben might be.
This one punched out to right. That'll get all the way to the corner. Zach Beadle routes first. And he will stand into second, a leadoff double. This is Beadle's first hit of the game after a walk in the 4th.
And that's Beadle's favorite spot there, that opposite field gap. We've seen him hit that several times this season. Usually getting a double, always brought to you by Taco Mama. Anytime is a good time for a margarita. Go visit them in their new location off of Union, US Route 42.
Well, Christian Encarnacion Strand is killing it right now for the Norfolk Tides, the AAA of the Baltimore Orioles. So I think he's hitting over 300.
I'll tell you what, the 2 cards that we've got so far, future stars of Chase Dollander and Moises Ballesteros. I got to call some games from Moises Ballesteros.
That's pretty cool. First pitch, bottom part of the zone, but called a strike. Does look the part on TrackMan. 0-1 on Shadowfield.
Tell you what, the y'all's styling and profiling in these new jerseys.
I love these
They
jerseys.
are sweet.
Got Bryson Stott here. Got Spencer Steer. Wasn't in the lineup today for the Reds.
Spencer on a little bit of a drought.
There's always
Whole Reds lineup, kind of.
Yandy Diaz.
I don't
that's a
know
nice
if
card.
anyone's batting over 300 right now for them. Maybe 280 even.
Nice picture of Denzel Clark here. That one misses inside.
Yeah, that's a solid card.
1-1 misses low here on Shadowfield.
Tell you what, there's just so much base in these fat packs. That was a rookie for Trey Savage.
Not something we usually do in Rip That Pack is the fat pack.
Yeah. Well, let's get to some of these inserts. Oh,
Joe DiMaggio.
Jolton Joe DiMaggio.
I'm a big fan of the 75 throwback. I pulled a Babe Ruth out of my Mega.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of it too. Then we get Alex Freeland on the Titans of the game and Dylan Beavers, stars of the MLB. I've never even heard of that guy.
Dylan Beavers, what a name.
He is a star.
So I guess my best is Jolton Joe on the 75th anniversary. Shouldn't be tough to beat.
We'll see.
2-2 misses outside.
Bounced off the glove of Black.
Kurt's easily going to win this one.
Something's in there.
So are you starting with the inserts?
No, that's how they came in the pack. They
Yeah, you
came
gotta flip it
front.
over.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might have 2 in there.
So we got an Austin Wells coming in. Let's see.
Costly, yeah, I think we're going to call that a pass ball. Off the glove. And gets Beadle to third now. Nobody out. That one's away and a ball 4.
That's
Checks
who I pulled
swing.
the auto.
Did not go.
Oh, wow.
He is now in St. Louis, though.
Yeah, I never heard of him. This is just a lot of shuffling through. We got to get to the end of
Oh, Cody Bellinger here.
There you go. Kurt definitely has something in the backside here. Ranger Suarez.
Ranger Suarez.
Is that numbered out of 50? Gold Sparkle?
Gold Sparkle out of 399.
Interesting. On a
Chalk
gold?
up the win. And then a Ted Williams. I'm not sure what this insert is, but Ted Williams with a 406 lifetime.
That's unbelievable.
It's unreal. Now, here's a little trivia for you.
Breaking ball. Runner does not go from third. Throw does go down to second, and he's in there. Not a double steal, but Shadyfelt does add 1 to his team lead stolen bases.
Here's that Ranger Suarez gold card there. That's a nice one. Of course, it's Ranger Suarez with the Red Sox. Now with the Phils.
Finish it off. Oh, he's now a Philly boy.
Was with the Phils, and now he's
Okay.
now we hate him.
1-1 missed it side, 2-1 on Blomquist.
Well, Curdy with a win today.
Without a doubt.
We're going 7-6-4 the score now. Rory the lead. Blomquist squares one up into left center. It'll drop in for a base hit. Waiting at third was Beadle, but on his horse behind him is Shady Felt. They both score. An RBI double for Brett Blomquist. Florence up by double figures. Make it 10-0 here in the fifth.
Brett Blomquist continues to hit for the Yalls. That's his 4th RBI of the day. 2-run double.
4th RBI of this game. He also had an RBI hit by pitch back in game 1 of the doubleheader, so give him 5 on the day. And now Hank Zeisler comes up with the runner in scoring position. And still nobody out in the home half of the 5th inning. First pitch way off the plate to Hank. And now Black's going to have a conversation with Tomchak.
How about this? 2,959 in attendance for tonight's game.
Great number here at Thomas More. Great
Highest
night
of
for
the year.
baseball.
Almost 3,000.
Most of the year, I'm assuming?
I think we had a 3,000.
Yeah, I think it sounds right.
Well,
Kurt, you're
Margarita
giving us some
tonight.
Kramer trivia.
I was looking at the back of this Ted Williams card here, and I thought it was leaders, MLB all-time leaders.
Zeisler loses or breaks his bat. I think he broke it. It's over to short. Salvaggio throws to first in time. Gets Blomquist over to third, but that's the first out of the inning recorded by Tomchak.
Now, looking at the back of this card, you have the 1941 MLB leaders in batting average, right? So here's some of the teams that existed in 41 with the MLB. You had the Eagles, the Senators, the Cubans, the Grays, and the Monarchs in the league in 41.
Well, I know at least the Grays and the Monarchs are Negro League teams.
Yes. And
I'm not sure about the Eagles and the Senators and the
that's
Cubans.
new for me.
But I think that's probably the case.
The only name I recognize on here is Joe DiMaggio in 41 had batted 357, but Ted Williams with 406.
That is pretty absurd. Bobo swings and misses, making it 0-2. Punch the opposite way, down the left field line, and that is a fair ball. That's gone.
Wow.
Just sneaks in past the left field foul pole. Now Bobo leaves the yard, and he gets himself right back to the team lead at homers. That's 10 of them on the season. 12-0 Florence after the Bobo blast.
100 off the bat. Another one that just squeaks in there down the line. I don't even think Bobo knew it.
I certainly didn't. I was seeing maybe is it going to hit the wall and be fair?
Now, how about some trivia now? This might be a roar. This might be, Tettemer might get this. Who holds the highest single season batting average in the MLB?
In one season, that's not Ted Williams?
Season. It's
not
not Ted Williams.
And is it like
I think
Josh?
Ted is the last
Are they
to hit
saying?
400.
Are they saying Josh Gibson?
It is,
Yeah.
and they're tying this into the MLB. And you're right. Josh Gibson with 466 in 1943 with the Homestead Grays.
Yeah.
Breaking ball catches the middle of the zone now for Richardson. He's working on a 3-hit day. All singles. The most recent one brought a run home. One out, nobody on base now after the 2-run shot for Bobo. Out of the left side, who's it going to be? It's actually picked up by Gonzalez at third. Oh, a beautiful play on the throw over to first base. Garrett Broussard. Should have a very special guest joining us in the sixth. Kurt, not that you're not special, but you're on every broadcast, so it's a little less special.
I'm excited to have Rev up in the broadcast. I talked to him earlier. Great guy, trying out some good ballpark eats here at Thomas More.
I was going to ask if he had a favorite. I'm going to wait to ask him on the broadcast.
He did tell me that our walking taco is the best one he has ever had.
Oh. Did he really say that?
Yes, the best walking taco at
Wow,
any stadium he has been to.
Broussard laces one right of the glove of Gonzalez. Well, Gonzalez had to go a long way for the second out of the inning. Doesn't have to move for the third. Both nice plays. As we go to the sixth, unreliable Kurt, you're out.
I'd like to request we change that name to
That's
better.
Rory. He runs the broadcast, not me. I'm just doing my job. Don't yell at me.
How about
I don't make the rules. I just enforce
better
them.
late than never?
Better late than never, Kurt
Cowboy
Brammer.
Kurt Cranmer. I know it's a mouthful, but
As long as you showed up today, you're good, Kurt. Appreciate you tuning in. Congrats on the win.
gentlemen, always a pleasure. I will see you guys tomorrow and for here another great day at Thomas More. Of course, hot night, so you know what that means for me. I am out of here for some cold, tasty beers.
Love it,
Gentlemen.
Kurt.
Thanks, Kurt. Back here in the top half of the sixth inning, the Y'alls up big, 12-0 over the Otters. Casey Bargo back out for his sixth inning of work. Blake Robertson, Marcos Gonzalez, and Sam Linscott will be the first three to face him here in the sixth so far. It's 5 shutout for Bargo. He's allowed just 7 hits.
And the Y'alls adding some offense behind him. 10 hits for 12 runs. We were highlighting this all game. We are finally joined by the TikTok and social media star. You're going to have to give me the pronunciation on your full name, but you go by Rev.
I do go by Rev, and you're like Star. I'm like, oh, can you introduce me? Is he who are we meeting tonight?
How are you? We have been blessed with your appearance today. So it's David Rev
Ciancio.
Ciancio. Got it. How's your night here in Florence?
I mean, the y'alls are kicking some serious butt here, man. What a great game.
It is certainly a good game for you to see. Margaritaville night, about almost 3,000 in attendance.
2,959 or something like that.
Who's counting?
Yep.
But listen, we have great weather. We're having a great game, a great theme. I had some great food. The chili dog was amazing.
Good.
By the way, over here in this area of the world, you guys know how to put cheese on a hot dog. Like, good job. Good job.
People talk about that. I mean, Skyline, for it being special at all the Cincinnati chili, one of the best things about Skyline is the cheese. The Skyline cheese is some of the best.
Well, you got to say Gold Star here in
Gold
Florence.
Star.
Yeah,
In
Gold Star
Thomas
cheese
More
really
Stadium.
But the cheese is bountiful. You know what I mean? It's like a
Yes.
nice, big, fluffy bouquet.
And there's a lot more of it on the plate as well. There's a grounder over Torrance. The shortstop Baker swallows it up, throw on to first. Is in time. 6-3 on the put away at Robertson. That'll bring up Gonzalez. So you've had certainly, what stop is this? I know it's, 14 parks in 15 days or 15 parks and something like that?
I'm doing 14 parks in 15 days. So this is game 7.
Game 7.
So I'm doing 2 tomorrow.
Wow.
So I have an afternoon game and then a later afternoon game.
Wow.
Where are you headed tomorrow?
I'm doing an Indianapolis Indians game
Okay,
at
that's
1:30 and then a Richmond Flying Mummies game at 4:30.
Wow.
Richmond Flying Mummies.
Is that
What are they?
A different identity of the Richmond Flying Squirrels?
no. This is Richmond, Indiana. That's
Wow.
Richmond, Virginia. No,
There's
they're
2 Richmond Flying.
Yeah.
They are a collegiate team. So
Okay.
summer wood bat stuff.
That one's punched into center field. Gets by Shaney Felt, but Brodell able to field that in the gap. Throw comes on into second. Not in time for a one-out double from Marcos Gonzalez.
That actually sounds familiar. The Flying Mummies, I think, in the Great Lakes League or something like that. But they have a very historic
Northwoods.
ballpark.
Northwoods. But they're the cast of Napoleon Dynamite owns the team.
Wow.
Oh, interesting.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
What is amazing, I'm psyched to be at a y'all's game. I'm trying to set a world's record this year for the most amount of professional baseball stadiums attended in a season.
And you are at?
This is 45.
Wow.
So
Do you know what the number is that you have to beat?
So that's the best thing about it. There is no record. So wherever I submit it is the record. But I'm
So
trying to
automatically.
my goal is to get to 50. But the y'alls were high on my list. I was down here 2 years ago.
Perfect. Well, we're glad to have you, and you were able to throw out the first pitch.
Pretty exciting.
I saw you singing the "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
It's unofficially my favorite song.
There you go. And then you threw out some T-shirts as well.
It's a good time. Yeah, they came up to me. They're like, "Do you want to do the song?" I was like, "I'd be honored to do the song." They're like, "Well, we sing it different here." I was like, "I don't know your lyrics." you guys yelled it up. It was amazing.
And you got some merch. You got your Y'all's hat. Nice black 47 hat there from Florence.
Oh man, I'm a dad hat guy, but I'm definitely leaving here, all y'alled up.
Good. And what was
you got the Margaritaville shirt.
I come on theme. If you commit to the bit, man, you got to commit to the bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was at a Charleston, West Virginia game last night. The Dirty Birds.
Yep.
It was their annual Mothman night.
Oh, yeah.
So I show up in a Mothman costume because commit to the bit.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We've seen that Mothman Museum. I was talking about that on the broadcast actually about a week or so ago. Someone was trying to come down from Chicago to Florence, and they saw the Mothman Museum. I was like, well, I got to take a detour to get over there, but might have to do it.
I did a deep dive on TikTok on the Mothman. That's too scary for me.
It's only about 2 hours from here if you want to drive over there. I went this morning.
You're putting a lot of miles on that car, huh?
I'm at about 1,500 since I left home.
How about a lot of miles on this camera roll here? It was a bunch of swipes just to get up for this morning.
I'm just trying to find a Mothman. Oh, I took it off the phone. Anyway, whatever. I went to the Mothman Museum. It was cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, but did you go on a road trip if you didn't hit Roadside America and baseball? Like that's kind of
certainly. 1-2 pitch off speed. Called strike 3 on the inner half. A little slow call there from the home plate umpire. Another strikeout for Casey Bargo. That's just his second of the day. That time looking on Linscott.
Got a favorite food so far from Thomas More Stadium today?
Oh yeah, the chili dog. Yeah,
Chili
it was
dog.
so good.
Very
I mean the loaded
Gold
tots were
Star,
good too,
yeah.
but
What about overall on your trips, travels? Favorite food?
oh god, I mean. I've done 45 games this season. Picking one item is just unfair to all the amazing teams that I've been able to spend time with. But I get a hot dog with mustard after the 7th inning stretch every game. So I've had 45 hot dogs this season.
Wow.
Who's counting?
Me, I guess.
Had you had Cincinnati chili before?
I have.
Okay.
I have. One of my best buddies lives in Florence, which is how I found out about the Y'alls.
That one skied high in the infield. Left side, Dylan Baker is all over it. That makes the grab to end the inning.
Dude, the Y'alls are just unstoppable tonight. Is this how it goes at a Y'alls game? Are they just?
We're a high-scoring team. We'll carry you on to the bottom of the 6th when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Florence Y'alls baseball coming up. Back here in the bottom half of the 6th inning, Florence looking to add to a 12-0 lead. It's Hooves Hangout pitching change, looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards. Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hooves Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. Still here with Rev, Rory Tettemer alongside Ben Hauer. Excited to have you on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN, as well as the Florence Y'alls Radio Network on our YouTube audio stream. The Y'alls up big over the Honors in Game 2 of the 3-game series. Margaritaville night, a packed crowd for Florence. Rocket Saturday concert coming up afterhand. You going to stay around for the concert?
I just found out there is one. I guess so.
You have to. And now you mentioned this is a special game. It's your first time meeting your assistant in person?
Yes. I have an assistant that I work with virtually. She lives about an hour from here. And we've worked together for years, and I've never met her before. And I was like, I'm coming to Florence because I want to go to y'all's game. Bring your family. I want to take you to a game. And her kids have never been to a baseball game.
Really?
So this is their first game ever.
How about that?
That's special.
That one misses upstairs to Brodell, who's got 2 hits today, 2 RBIs, 2 for 3 line. And so how did you meet her? Was that like an online application to help you out?
Yeah, I went to like zirtualassistant.com, signed up, and got it. So it's pretty cool.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
So let me ask you guys a question. For people that have never been in this booth or done this, what's the hardest part of your job?
Staying up with the action, for sure. For me, I mean, coming in, it was easy to start the play-by-play, and then, keeping up and keeping fans interested is always, something, because there's a lot of dead time in baseball. But I think someone that doesn't know the game would try and call everything that's happening out on the field and, just have an aneurysm. Wouldn't be easy for them to do. So I would say that's the hardest part. Long hours, too, in baseball.
Yeah, hours. I mean, it's a day like today and even yesterday. I mean, today we got here at 1, didn't have to do much. But coming in at 10 a.m. yesterday for what would be, game got rained out, but what would be a 7:03 start, and you're getting out of here at 11 p.m.
Yeah.
But I think when it actually comes to broadcasting, the filling time, I mean, you compare it to other sports. It's like you're calling basketball. You don't have to. You're calling the action. Not much good. Like that's enough to fill the time. But here, when you're taking it slower, it's really just being entertaining for the audience.
You're doing a good job, though. I mean, sometimes you bring up someone new and they're, just heavy breathing. They can't. But you're staying calm and points, which is good.
Yeah, I'm not trying to pop my peas or slur my asses. I'm a former radio DJ, and I've been on TV a bunch, so I've done
you're
this.
a pro.
I was gonna say, what's the other job? Are you full-time influencer now?
No, I am a fractional chief marketing officer for multi-unit restaurant brands. So I have a consultancy. The
Wow.
influencer and the baseball stuff is literally just fun.
How about that? Ground ball over towards the second baseman. 4-3 on the put away of Marcus Brodell. 2 for 4 line for the rookie. That'll bring up Dylan Baker. 1 for 2 night with a walk and a run scored. Okay, so too many foods, but you've had a lot of games this season. Do you give everyone a good review? Is it just because, hey, they brought me in, I gotta give them a good review? Or, is there a favorite stadium you've had so far?
Here's how I see it. I grew up loving baseball. I'm a Tigers fan at heart, and going to baseball games with my dad and whatever, kind of like probably most people. And at some point, I became like a food blogger on the side, and I was like, well, I'm there to talk about the hot dog and the pretzel and the nachos. And then it took like a sharp curve 2 years ago where I was like, oh, I want to create content that's about the fan experience, right? Because if you're following the Y'alls or any other team, like their social media feed is very dominated by the game.
Yeah.
Right?
Dylan Baker ropes one out towards left field. All over it is Cruz. Comes on and makes the grab for out number 2.
And so I find that the content is dominated by the game. It should be. That's why we're here. But everybody else, there's people that come to the game that don't even know what the score was. They had some cotton candy and a hot dog and a high five and had a good time. And so I'm trying to tell that story. You know what I mean?
Very cool.
Minor league's a very cool niche for that, because major league it is like, they love the experience, but that you got 30,000 people who actually really care about the game and the score.
Yes. The Arizona Diamondbacks put me on their Gigatron. Theirs is that big. And had me participate in what was called a cookie face race. So me versus another fan had to race the cookie down our face without using our hands.
Did you
How
win?
about that?
No, I lost.
Those are tough.
But it was fun. It was a networking event, and 200 of my business colleagues were there, and I didn't tell them I was going to do it. So all of a sudden, like, ladies and gentlemen, it's Rev, and like 200 of my friends are like, oh my God, you're on the Gigatron.
Wow, how about that?
That was fun.
Very cool. And you were actually around my neck of the woods, the minor league stadium I got to go to growing up. Or not growing up, just in my later years. The Hartford Yard Goats. I'm from Western Massachusetts, so that was the closest stadium. How was your time at Dunkin' Donut Park?
I've been there a couple times. The first time I went in August, and I went in a full head-to-toe goat suit. So I came up like one of those pajama suits, but full goat suit throughout the first pitch. Participated on the field.
So you buy in, really?
Oh man, if you're gonna commit to the bit, commit to the bit.
Absolutely. You can say hello to the camera here. You're on screen.
My 2 hometown kind of minor league teams, actually Florence being one, and Dayton Dragons. I live up a little bit towards Dayton from Cincinnati, so you've been out to Dare Ballpark?
I'm going to Dayton next Thursday.
There you go.
That's fun. They have the record for consecutive sold outs. It's a really fun time.
Amen. Yeah, I got West Michigan Whitecaps, Toledo Mud Hens, Dayton Dragons.
That one's Sky down the right field line. Coming in, Lynn Scott. Nobody gets to it. It's in the kid zone.
Then Akron Rubber Ducks, and then the last one of this run is I'm going to a Reading Fighting Phils game.
Nice. Good.
Fighting Phils. I'm a Phillies guy.
Phillies fan,
All right,
Yeah.
so you know about the crazy hot dog vendor? The guy that rides out on the ostrich and throws out all the hot
I
dogs?
certainly don't know
An
about that
ostrich?
one.
So this is a 14-year-old tradition, the Fighting Phils.
I've never been to a Reading Fighting Phils game.
Oh.
Payoff pitch. That one's fouled away over at first. Robertson all over it and makes the grab to end the inning. Rev, it's been great having you on. What's the last thing you want to say to the Florence Y'alls faithful?
Oh, go Y'alls, man. Come on. Let's go Y'alls.
It's been great having you here at the ballpark. Hope you enjoyed your time on the broadcast.
Thank you both.
We will head to the top of the 7th. Florence looking to close this one out when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Here in the top half of the 7th inning, Florence with a 12-0 lead. Ahmad Harajli. That's a ground ball over towards the mound. Harajli gloves it. Toss on to first is in time. He's your Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change with a new wing coming into the game. You can pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. Lee's always fresh and never frozen. TJ Salvaggio will dig in. Night is done for Casey Bargo, and what a night it was. When Florence needed a quality start from their starter, Casey Bargo delivered. 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, no runs, a walk, and 3 Ks. Bargo, 6 shutout innings, giving Florence some much-needed rest for their bullpen. Ahmad Harajli in to mop up a 12-0 ball game. That one's fouled away. TJ Salvaggio has had a great day at the plate. He's 2 for 2. Just looking the differences here between Evansville and Florence's offense here in Game 2. Florence, the entire lineup has seen 4 at-bats. This is just the 3rd at-bat for Evansville in their final frame here in the top of the 7th. The 0-1 misses outside. Harajli, the tall righty for Florence, struggled a little bit his last time out. Still ended up pitching a scoreless inning. Had 2 walks. Ended up getting a double play to get out of it. An inning pitch, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, and a K. On a 2-inning scoreless streak since returning from the IL. Total on the season, 10 1/3 innings pitched, 15 hits, 7 runs, 9 walks, and 11 Ks. Just 1 home run allowed. Straight up defense for Florence. They've been all over Evansville in Game 2. That will get in there for a strike, bottom of the zone on the off speed. A win today would put the series tied at a game apiece for 3 games and force a rubber match for tomorrow. Where Florence, I believe, will send Isaac Milburn to the mound to face J.D. Encarnacion. 1-2, swing and a miss, top of the zone. Harajli, simply business, picks up his first K of the day. 2 outs in the 7th. Evansville down to their final outs. Top of the order, John Ponder. John Ponder 0 for 3 today with 2 Ks. The Alls with 10 hits on their offense. Evansville with 8, just 2 hits behind, but have not scored a run. Florence got 12 runs. Swing and a miss, bottom of the zone. 2-run homer from Brendan Bobo, a home run from Brett Blomquist. Saw a big 4th inning where Florence only needed 3 runs. They used 3 walks and a hit by pitch as well. So actually 5 walks and a hit by pitch. That one misses downstairs. That one misses outside. So a lot of free passes in the 4th. They were capped off with a 2-run single from Zade Richardson, a 2-run double from Marcus Brodell. Saw another 2-run double from Brett Blomquist. Then obviously that 2-run jack from Brendan Bobo in the 5th. Harajli deals the 2-1 in there for a strike, 2-2. Tomorrow's game will be a 1:07 start for the Alls. On a Bark in the Park Sunday, family fun day. 2-2, fouls it away. Evansville down to their final strike. What has been a beautiful night for baseball. And the Florence faithful showed out. Harajli winds, delivers, 2-2 pitch. Fastball upstairs, no good. Now a full count, 2 away with the bases empty. The Alls on top, 12-0 in the 7th. Game 2 of a doubleheader. This is the final inning. Swing and a miss on the payoff pitch. Harajli shuts down the Evansville Honors, and Florence pitches a shutout, a 12-0 win. Game 2 of the 3-game series. We got a rubber match tomorrow. Casey Bargo dominates on the mound for Florence, and the offense does the job. Dylan Zenka will get the loss. Bargo gets his 2nd win of the season, and Florence a big time win over a rival in the Evansville Otters, moving to 23-19. Evansville 26-16. Basically right where we started. 4 games above 500. Evansville back to 10 games above 500. Crucial rubber match tomorrow. Ben Howard, no doubt, going to be talking to Casey Bargo as our player of the game. Casey, his final line, 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, no runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Undoubtedly deserving of player of the game, and also not every time we get to talk to a pitcher. So when you get one here, as talented as Casey Bargo was tonight, certainly got to make sure you're talking to the young right-handed pitcher. Again, Florence almost with 3,000 in attendance here at Thomas More Stadium. Hopefully all of them heading up over towards the bandstand for our Rockin' Saturday postgame concert. Looks like Ben does have Casey Bargo, and we'll send it down to Ben for our postgame interview.
Rory, Casey, 6 scoreless for you at a time where your bullpen desperately needed a little bit of rest. You gave them a rest, just the one in the 7-inning doubleheader. What was working for you today?
Really just filling up the zone and staying ahead of guys, and my middle infield did a really good job of turning some double plays for me tonight, which was huge.
And this is a unique opportunity. Florence's second best scoring offense in the league. How did they make it so much easier when they get jumped on the board 12 runs in this game?
Absolutely. My offense and defense did a really good job tonight to support me and carry the load, so I appreciate them.
It's your 4th start here in Florence after coming over from Brockton. 2 of them have been gems. How have you liked playing at Florence so far?
I really like it. Everything's going really well here. Facilities are super nice, and the coaching staff, or the staff, is really, really great. So,
well, about that staff, it's also unique. You're playing for a 9-year MLB veteran, also a catcher that can help your pitching out a lot. How much Toby Hall helped in your first few weeks?
He's definitely thrown me a few different ideas and things that have helped along the way, even just from the first start. He's given me a few tips and pointers, whether that's filling up the zone or pitch calling or whatever it may be. But he's been great.
Thanks, Casey. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
Rory.
Thanks, Casey Bargo. Congratulations on another gem for the right-handed pitcher. Again, that's his 2nd win of the season. He's 2-0 and certainly worked that ERA down a little bit, which is always great. The Y'alls with a 12-0 win, which is even better. Forcing a rubber match for tomorrow. It'll be a 107 start for the Y'alls against the Otters. Should be Isaac Milburn against the right-handed pitcher J.D. Encarnacion. Now, I say that should be. Isaac Milburn was scheduled to go today. Nate Lawson for tomorrow. We'll see what Florence opts to, if they want Milburn or Lawson to start in Windy City next week on Tuesday. Either way you have it, it'll be Lawson or Milburn against Encarnacion for the Otters. Another big note, Evansville used a lot of bullpen arms today. Florence still able to have some of their best guys rested. Logan Jones and Aiden McAvoy should all be available tomorrow, as well as maybe Whitesell and Hopewell and Lotus all restarting up. Plus Arajli, a 1-2-3 frame, didn't throw many pitches. Maybe you could squeak him in there too. Either way, you're hoping to get a good start from either Lawson or Isaac Milburn. It'll be Milburn's first start since activated from the IL. And the offense just, keeps doing what they're doing. Out-hit the Evansville Otters in Game 1. Couldn't end up with a 10-7 win. They ended up losing that one, but 12-0, no doubt about it. 10 hits to Evansville's 8. Continued to do their job. And Florence gets the win here at home. Moving now to 15-5 on the season at home in front of the Florence faithful. That'll do it for us on the broadcast. Special shout out to you guys tuning in on the YouTube audio stream or Florence or the Frontier League Network powered by HTN. Appreciate all you guys chiming in for some Y'alls baseball on your Saturday night. You guys are amazing. You just heard Ben down on the field. We had a couple of special guests as well. Appreciate them tuning in. And that'll do it for us on the Frontier League Network powered by HTN. As always, I've been Rory Tettemer saying so long. And y'all have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.